microphone is this thing on? Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are y'all? How are you doing? This is going to be Martial and a blended chit chat with my friend Nathalie Feisthauer. How are you? Happy. I'm sending you the invite there. Hi,
Yeah,
Nathalie.
I did it.
How are you? Oh my goodness, you look so beautiful.
Oh là là. How are you, my dear?
Oh, I feel wonderful. I feel wonderful. How are you? ¿Cómo ça va?
Comment ça va? Très bien, mon
Très
ami.
bien. Oh, sans complaint, pas de complaint. Hi, Alicia. How you doing? Hi, Fresh. Hi, Parfumor. How are you feeling? I love your hair.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's curly, but I swear it can be more curly. But usually
You can make it more curly?
I never saw myself with curly hair with just for you.
Oh.
Yes, I did it just.
I feel special. I feel
Yes.
special.
First time.
Hi, Thomas. I love it. I love it. I was watching a video and I saw how curly you had it, but it was a lot. You had it longer. I like your hair with layers. I like your hair with layers.
Actually, I agree with you. It's better.
It's better with layers, right? Because I saw you. You were when the pure distance is called number 12.
Yes, but you know what? I think because it was lockdown, I didn't cut. I didn't go to the hairdresser. It was the first time I had long hair. And in this one, on this picture, I've tried to uncurl, but it was too long.
You see, it was too long, so it didn't have the shape.
No, it was too much.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I tell you, but yeah. I love it. I love it. You know, I'm a fan. I remember when I started, because I've always loved fragrances, right? But I started like looking into fragrances like about lockdown, you know? And so then I remember when I came across your last name.
Yes.
I love your last name.
And you know how to...
Feisthauer.
Oh, wow.
And you know why? You know why I love your last name? Because it sounds like 5-star.
Wow, never thought.
You know, when something, you know, like the highest grade, when something is really good and they say 5 stars, that's why I love it. I was like, Nathalie 5-star.
I never thought of that. Good.
There you go. There you go. I gave you a new thought.
Yeah, good.
But what does the name mean, 5-star? What does it mean?
It doesn't mean anything, really. It doesn't mean
okay.
No.
Okay, I know like Garcia is like a typical farmer, an agricultural person from outside. That's my name. But
yes.
My first name, it means sea and heaven. Mar, ciel.
Exactement. Wow. We are the star in the sky.
Sometimes I'm smart. Sometimes. You've been very busy, Nathalie.
Quite. Happily.
You've been very busy.
Happily busy. Thanks for everybody to make me happy and busy. Thank you. Yes.
And I'm so excited for you. Each time I see or I read about an award you win or a new fragrance you come out with, I get excited.
Also, awards. Thank you for all the awards. But you know, I try to post them in a nice fashion, you know. And you know, every 2 or 3 days I post one. But I think I had 16 between Christmas and New Year's. 16. So
less than a month.
Have a month to go with awards. So sorry guys if I didn't post your award yet. I just go because I just go one after the other one, you know. I don't even pick at this stage, but I'm so happy, so grateful, so thankful. But it was such a surprise, you know. It was every hour, every 2 hours, another one. It was incredible. It was really incredible. Thank you.
I love it. You're like the DJ Khaled of fragrances. Another one. Another one.
You know, it was like cherry picking, you know, it was like apple picking. It was,
Yes. And you know what impresses me about your nose and your brain? You don't have a limit. Like you do not have a limit. You don't tell your brain, no, we're only gonna do this or we're only gonna do that. You let your brain expand and think.
I think it's my luck and my the tough part of my life and the luck in my life that I'm very extreme. I'm very, very organized and I'm very, very crazy. So it's very schizophrenic. You know, like sometimes you like, which one am I? Am I like the total control freak one, or I am the total cookie out there one? So
Yes.
very disturbing because sometimes I'm thinking my goal is to be in the middle, and I'm so not a middle one. So yeah, so I have a strong structure. I think
Yes.
perfume. I think I have a grammar. I know how to write a formula. It's very precise, but this allow me to go very far away.
Wow.
Voilà. But
Wow.
yeah, I try to actually. Yeah.
That's good because what I love about you and what you just said, you know yourself. You know your virtues and
Yes.
you know you're good, you know you're bad.
Well, I think that because I am, I did the rules school where you learn from scratch, not from GC. I think I really work hard to do my own grammar, if you understand what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
every ingredient for me means something, has a meaning, has a balance. It's an unbalance, it's an overdose, but control. So my formula are very short. Sometimes there are 18, 25, 30 ingredients. Sometimes it's 40. But I don't have like ingredients. It's very rare that I have something which is 50, 60. When I have a formula, I remove.
Mm.
No, I don't
You
like.
self-edit.
Yes, and I think actually it's more complicated to have a short formula that is balanced, that to have 80 ingredients that is a soup, and so
Mhm.
it's like it's a blur. So and you put a lot of stuff, but sometimes you reduce it so much that you don't smell. But so for me, it's like if you reduce it, remove it. You
Uh-huh.
have it or you don't have. But like I think yes. When I write a formula, and I have my own grammar, and it's like a tool. It's like a technique, I don't know how to say that.
No,
You know,
technique is good. It's a
yeah,
technique.
but like my goal is not that everybody. I have my style, I would say, I guess, but my goal is not that everybody has my style. What I love being an independent a lot is that I love my salesman, I love my evaluator, I loved working with them. Okay, no hard feeling, okay, no, none. But what I love in being independent, that you are truly in front of the client, the art director. There is no filter, and even for them, it's better sometimes to be directly with one perfumer that is totally dedicated than to
Mm-hmm.
be in a collection where you know that if your project is not big enough, you don't have access to the big perfumer, and it doesn't mean. Enfin, so this is something that I truly love, is to listen a story and to try to adjust your story, your value with my style. Of course, there is my style, but I don't like, that because, sometimes, I remember the first time I worked with Aedes, the Venus Star. You remember those guys in New York?
Uh-huh. Yes.
Aedes, they were very much into the Baroque style. So first time I met them, I did like a orange flower, a vetiver, something that became Aedes, the pelargonium. And they thought that when I wake up in the morning, everything I did was in the style of Aedes. And I said, no, I did it for Aedes. Then, one of them created nomenclature. And after I did a presentation, I said, it's weird because now the orange flower, the rose, or the vetiver that you did to present for me, they look like they're totally like, if you wake up, it's nomenclature style. And I said, yes, it's what I told you. I love to listen to the story, and when I listen to the story to capture, like it's not the same that if you work with a princess. I love and respect each story. I don't have a job,
Mhm.
because if I had to do a perfume just for me, it would not be a living, you know. But you know, so and I love the diversity that I have, because it's more, you know, when you work in big company and it's not easy, what you do is you work for a big group, and it's like a bank. And sometimes you work, you don't even know the bank you're working on. And what you do, you just polish, you blur, you wash out,
It's impersonal. It's impersonal. So you made it. You made it. You didn't know what company it was for.
yeah,
It
yeah,
gets sold to this company. It gets
yeah.
sold to that company. It gets sold to that company. 10 years later, it comes
We,
out, and it's you don't even know there was
yeah,
no connection. There was no connection.
absolutely. And you know, when you do that, don't take me wrong. It's difficult to do because it takes for hours and years and years, and it's and you know, like the challenge is that they don't want to have Apple and Damascus and this and that, but at the end, if you don't put that, they don't like it. So it's like you take months to say, oh,
It's still a risk.
I put it, I remove. Okay, whatever. So being in the independent, in the niche, you have much more liberty to create, to explore new territory. Being independent, you also have access to some rare ingredients that you don't have in big company sometimes, because you know the worldwide, like, you know, some ingredient, I don't know which one, like champaca, for instance, big company can have it, but not all of them, because sometimes the worldwide production is like 400 kilo. You cannot use in the next Invictus or the next Pantene, or, you know,
It's true.
it's
It's
not.
true.
So we have access to some duties, and but most of for me, niche perfume is not about totally ingredients. For me, niche perfume compared to the mass is that you have a director, an artistic director point of view.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's not a matter of, you know, oh, I have an Neroli that is so beautiful, that is handpicked. You can have those too. And it's fun to read, and people love those stories. But what is really important is like the freedom to write something more genuine and more close to somebody point of view. This is what I,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Look, can I tell you? I really appreciate what you just said, because you had mentioned earlier that you want to be an interpreter, and in my head I was like, what does she mean by be an interpreter? I get it. I understand you now. I get it. And so you are honestly, you're interpreting hearts, you're interpreting noses, and you're creating from what each individual person you speak to tells you. From there, you're able to develop
Yeah, yeah.
and olfactive. So you translate from what the heart speaks, you translate it into the olfactive, and you create this fragrance. And so listen, in interpretation, you know this. In interpretation, you keep it simple. So like if I'm doing interpretation medical, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to try and complicate the words. I'm going to try and simplify the words so that the person I'm interpreting for, they can understand. That's what you do with the fragrance. The person tells you you could use 70 different materials, but you'll use 8, 18, 20, and make it something that's simple and classic. You had said something that I really liked. You in on for fragrance Amafi, you had said use the
Okay.
word masterpiece. You use the word timeless, and
You know what?
that is what you do. You create masterpiece and
Alors, you know what,
timeless.
Marcia? Amafi is a one in a lifetime collaboration, one in a lifetime collaboration. Because you know, when people come to you and they say we want to be urban luxury, you say okay, but actually at the end of the day, it's not. Amafi is a, plus of all, Mrs. Amafi, I think she has the best nose in the world. It's
Wow.
kind of spooky. It's kind of weird.
Wow.
How can she be so good? And but she has a true appreciation of beauty. Sometimes we exchange things, and sometimes she can cry. And she has no limit, no limit, no limit, no limit of quality, price, beauty. And you know how I feel when I work with her. I don't know. I feel like how the perfumer were working, you know, for Louis the 14. You know, like at one time of history, perfumers were important, where now they are very important in company. You know, they are the
Yeah.
star of the company, but you know, they are also totally pressed up, pushed up. um,
Yes.
and you don't feel like you're working for, our client. When you work for big companies, they are not so grateful, I would say.
Yes, yes.
Sometimes,
Because it's business. For
yeah,
them, it's all business. So there is no
yeah.
emotion. It's
So
all numbers.
sometimes you
It's
work for
all
2 years, you lose the project, you don't spend your vacation, and they don't even say thank you or let's have a dinner or what. So it's like on the human side, I would say that sometimes it's like it's wrong. It's wrong. So with me, Mrs. Amafi, you really feel. Have you been to her?
valued. You feel
Uh,
valued and
yes.
seen and
Yeah.
heard.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that is a
She's
beautiful expression.
no, she's special. She's truly special.
Wow. Wow. There's a book that I'm reading. It's called The Ghost Perfumer.
But it's my best friend, Gabe.
Gabe Oppenheim.
Yeah.
I love him.
I
I
don't know
love him.
if
I love him. I
we had
love him.
2,000 men together, we had none.
He is amazing. And
Oh,
so he was explaining how in the fragrance world, it is like that. It's very impersonal when it comes to the big houses, the big companies. It's very impersonal. Like you said, you work, you don't take a break, you don't take a vacation, you put your heart into this product. And
yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like, okay, and there's no thank you, there's no good work.
And you know what, Marcia? You win one perfume because they all win. We win. I did win big stuff or whatever. But once you have won one, you have so much pressure that you have to want two next year.
Mhm.
And if you want two, you have pressure to have more. It's never ending. And for me, this is not the kind of pressure that I love to work hard. Truly,
Mhm.
really. And when I was young, I was very successful at an early age or whatever. But it's not the pressure I like.
Right.
No.
Right. It's not fun. It's not fun. It doesn't, that kind of pressure doesn't help the creative juices in the brain, you know?
Yeah. Also like all those perfumes that look like all the same, they all look the same. I say I have no problem to do that, but don't spend 3 years to do it. We do it in 3 months. If you
Yes.
Coco Mademoiselle with more maltol, with more fruity and less patchouli, it don't take 3 years to do that.
It shouldn't. It
No,
shouldn't.
you can
It
do it.
shouldn't.
Perfume is nice to do, but yeah.
I totally get that. I totally get that because if you're developing something new, something different, yeah, I get 3 years. I get 4 years.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
you're just remixing, you're just
So
remixing something.
I say to Olivia, merci Olivia, you are one of my chouchous. Truly.
Oliver?
Olivia Bransbourg.
Yes.
Yes. She's
Uh,
one that I truly admire, and she's a real art director. She has aesthetical, her beauty, and like when you work her, you don't work for somebody else. Truly.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that. And I love how you express yourself about that time that you spent with Amafi because there's some times that you get to work with a person who really values you. And like you said,
Mm.
there's no limit.
No, she has truly no limit because she has the mean also to be no limit, but it goes beyond just this relationship. It really goes beyond. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he said merci et bravo.
Who?
Sus les montes
Ah,
Paris.
yes, yes,
Did I say it correct?
yes. Yeah, you can meet her if you want. I don't know if she has time, but yes. Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So a lot of people are saying hello. Tammy loves fragrance. She's a friend of mine, says that bonjour Nathalie and Martial. My youngest daughter is named Nathalie as well.
Coucou.
Someone said hi from Malaysia to both of you. Hi Charlene, how are you? Thank you so much. Thomas says I love Paris Cherie, Astrophil, and Stella from her. So Cherie,
Yes, Paris Chérie is one of the latest that I did with some Italian guys, and
uh-huh.
it's a great. It's weird because we had a lot of talk, but because of COVID, we never met actually at this stage. So I hope to meet them soon.
Look at that. That is so wonderful. So that helps me understand because one of my questions was, how is she able to develop so many different things? But it's the job of the interpreter to produce for the
Yeah,
individual.
it's more like each client, are different. So it's easier for me actually to,
Produce different sense.
if everybody asked me the same thing, it would have been more difficult. But I don't know.
Well, oh,
When you look at my
zoologist,
portfolio, I
zoologist.
think they are more they are quite different. I don't know.
Sorry?
I think they are all different. My clients.
They are. They're
Yeah.
unique. People are unique. It's like, okay, like for me, I do hair.
Yes,
So
I
for
know.
me, a haircut, I don't do a standard haircut, you know? It goes according to the head shape and the lifestyle. I don't do a general color. Like a person can say, I want to be a platinum blonde. I'm not going to just give you a platinum blonde and one standard toner. I have to find out how you behave. How do you wash your hair?
Yeah.
Are you out in the sun? And then I can pick the right toner to create for that person, you know? So it's funny, and I always have to write the formula down because that formula belongs to them, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. It's all special. Yeah, it's custom.
And I like that you use the word grammar. I'm gonna use that. The grammar. You have
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
fragrance
For
grammar.
me, yes. For me, yes. Because like sometimes when I speak with perfumer, you can tell if they have a grammar or not. And sometimes I have find perfumers that they have a grammar. It doesn't mean that I like what they do, but at least it's unique. Some perfumer I know is not unique at all. It's just
Yes.
GC or
Oops. Okay, we're losing you. Okay, you're back.
no, I put my finger. But yeah, yes, for me, a lot of perfumers have their own grammar, I guess, which is
Hmm.
interesting. Mm. So,
It's true. It's
yeah.
true. Pearl says that you are the perfumer for Cow by Zoologist.
Yep. Soon to be out.
Oh my
Because
goodness,
like
that's gonna be exciting.
Victor Wong, he said to me, you know what, we could do a perfume together. I said, oh, I would love to. And he said, but I have to be honest with you, I already have I don't know, I don't know how many perfume. And I said, okay, whatever. And so we started to work and it was done. And then it was already a long wait. And after COVID came, so
Oh, so it kind of put a pause.
yeah, so and after what he was supposed to launch before, I guess was delayed. So and now it's coming, I think February or March.
Oh, that's gonna be so exciting.
Yeah.
Look at what I just pinned what Zula just posted. Do you
Yeah,
see it?
when Victor said, you got to have a cow, and I was like, a cow? That's like, why
Wow.
a cow?
So how was that interpretation? How did that go?
We had a lot of fun with doing a cow, and actually, the end result is quite. I don't know. I like to wear it. It's about milk. A cow in the
I am
rain.
loving milky notes. I am
Yeah,
loving milky notes.
we'll see. He did something very special for the packaging. You
Yes.
you will see the packaging. It's really well done. Very fun.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm excited.
For me, like the cow was like, oh, whatever. Actually, for me now, the cow is it's exciting.
Isn't that interesting, Nathalie? So in your developing fragrances for other people, you are being your mind is being opened and exposed to things that maybe you didn't think about or you didn't notice, right?
Cow was not an inspiration, to be honest, at first. But
Right?
yeah, no. And yeah. So you'll see, you'll smell, and you let me know.
Okay, I will. I will. I will. I'm going to order it because Perfumology, I know that Perfumology carries Zoologist. Near Guy from Perfumology. He's in Philadelphia. So I'm going to be able to order it and check it out. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. And I'm loving milky notes. So I know that sandalwood is used sometimes to create milkiness, right?
Yeah, but there is also other ingredients that are very milky. I don't even
That are
remember.
very milky.
Yeah, they are technical. they are borrowed from what's the name from the flavors. There
Uh-huh.
is note, yeah. Yes.
Oh my goodness, this is so exciting, Nathalie. Natalie, I love you. You know that, right?
I love you too. But you know that
Thank you.
Milky, you know, in 95, I did a Milky note already for Diesel. It was the shape of a milk bottle, and I did already a milk.
Oh, you
Because
see?
do something gourmand like angel, but without being angel. And they wanted to do something that you can eat, but that was not done into perfumery. And so we came up with this milk note. This,
Uh-huh.
or you know, very sensual, also with milk, like hot milk. Oh no, also green grass. And so it was a milk perfume also. Mm.
Wow. Was that your first time like delving into the milky notes?
Yes, for me it was the first time, and it was done before the Feu d'Issey.
Uh-huh.
So it was not inspired by the Feu d'Issey, who has also a milky part.
Right. Wow. And you said that one had the shape of like a milk bottle?
Yeah, like bottle, yeah, from Diesel, you know, the jeans brand in Germany.
Yes.
Yeah, this was done before it was bought by what's the name, L'Oreal.
I love that. I love that. You know what I was wondering? Did you, when you were a child, when you were like a kid, 5, 6, 7, did you have a perfume that you loved, that you liked to smell?
Alors, when I was 6, 7, 8, I used to remove all the geranium leaf from my mother, and I used to macerate them to try to extract some perfumes. My mother has the most beautiful garden, so I used to spend hours and hours into the flowers and the garden. And my mother was wearing Arpège and Miss Dior. And I still, when I smell those two perfumes, for me, it's like, wow. It's like so, yeah, but no.
Wonderful.
You know, but like later, you know, I discovered opium. It was
Uh-huh.
my first perfume was opium, and I loved it so much. It was such a revelation that I wanted to be Mr. Saint Laurent assistant, because I thought he was the one who
So that, you thought he was the one that made it?
yeah, but you know, 91, 92. So 91, 92, Google didn't exist. I didn't read Vogue. You didn't have any article. So for me, it was Mr. Cacharel who did Anaïs, Monsieur Saint Laurent did whatever, Dior. I didn't, you know, like I didn't even thought, oh, Mrs. Chanel, she's dead or whatever. You know, I was 15, 16. And you know, at the beginning, as I wanted to be an assistant of those people who did perfume. I have no clue how they did it actually. So
Yes.
yeah.
Wow. So that was your goal already. Your goal was to already
Yes,
be in
yes.
the thick of fragrance. Oh, and
When I
oh,
was
wow.
16, yes, yes.
I love that. I love that. Someone asked a question. In Indult Oficial says, "What's the name of the milk bottle perfume? What's the name of it?
The which one?
The perfume you talked about, the milk bottle with the milk shape."
Diesel.
Giselle.
No, diesel. Diesel. Like the
How,
gin.
I don't know
D
how to spell it.
Diesel.
Oh, for Diesel. That was
Diesel.
the milk. That was the milk one.
Yes, but it was before it was bought from L'Oreal at the beginning. It
Oh,
was
look
very
at that.
mm.
You know something? That was what I noticed when I was looking at your repertoire. You've made for Diesel, and I used to, I used to work for Diesel. I did security for them. They're called Only the Brave. Yeah, they're called Only the Brave. And
Yeah, but
so at
it
their,
was
at
done way after me. Mm.
yeah, well, I was there from 2000, probably 2010 to 2017, 2016.
Good for you.
Yeah, Diesel. That is so wonderful. Oh my goodness. You have been able to do everything. Have you you said you said opium. Opium.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to work on an opium? No. Wow. That might be something new. Who knows? What I love is that you have goals. You had mentioned earlier, you like having goals. Goals keep a person young. Goals keep a person young, and goals keep everything fresh and new. Like, people would wonder, how is it possible to have a career for so long and you are excited today more than you were
This
10
is,
years ago?
alors this I have to be. This is something that I say to my friend, to my children, to my one. That I'm still amazed that I'm not fed up with perfume and that I can spend all day doing perfume every day, even Saturday or whatever. You know, like I love cooking, but after a while I'm done with cooking. And I love to cook, you know. People who know me know that I can cook a lot or whatever. But, you know, after a while, I'm like, pfft. And, you
You
know,
get fed up. It's like, oh my
yeah,
goodness, 3 meals.
yeah. And, you know, I would never picture myself having a restaurant, having to cook professionally, would be like whatever. But, and I'm taught, it's, I don't know, I cannot, even now, I'm not fed up. I can still spend days. And, you know, like at night, you know, I know that the morning I will do something with a formula. I'm looking forward, you know. I'm like, okay, great. Yeah. I don't know.
I love that. I love that. I love that. And think about it. Since before 16, you've been excited about fragrances. So what I think is that this is in your DNA. It's in you. It's your blood.
I don't know. I'm not sure because, you know, I'm the first from my family who is into perfume. So I don't know. We'll see.
That you know of. Because who knows, 4 or 5 generations back.
I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But why not? Why not?
Right, right, right. Like for me, I know my love of hair. My mom loves hair, and her sisters also. So for me, it's in me. It's in my blood. That's how come I'm gonna be 80 years old, crippled fingers, and still trying to do something. You know.
If I go to New York, you have to cut my hair.
Listen, you come here, we will do everything. I tell you everything.
I will
Okay?
do a new style.
I promise you. I promise you. Yeah, I thank you so much, Nathalie, for taking the time to chit chat with me.
Since the time we were planning,
It's finally here. It's finally here.
And to share some stories. So my love.
Right.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for sharing your love of the fragrance and sharing your experiences and your sentiment and your feeling, genuine feelings. It means so much, Nathalie. And you are loved. If you can see all the comments, you are loved. People love you. People love the fragrances you make. And just continue, 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 continue. Much more success, much more success.
Thank you, Marcia.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay.
Fully
Love you mucho, okay? Au revoir et à tout à l'heure.
À bientôt. Bonne
À
journée.
bientôt.
Bye bye. Take care.
Bye.